name is Nicole Celine. I am the host of Black Girl Joy. Today, I am bringing you part two of our wonderful discussion regarding our vajayjays or our vagina, because we can say that. Why can't we
Yeah.
say that on on our
Yeah.
podcast? So today I am happy to bring in Miss Tanesha Rhoe-Jones of Got You Covered to talk to us about yoni steam, or what was the other name we called it? I forgot now.
The, the, oh my gosh, I'm so
That's
sorry.
okay.
Please
All
excuse
right.
me.
That's fine.
Yoni steams of vaginal steams.
Exactly. So we are going to talk about steaming our vaginas. This is going to be so much fun. So I hope you too welcome and tune in as we talk about this. So, hello, Miss Tanisha.
Hello, Nicole.
So basically, I really want to give you the floor tonight or today. I keep saying tonight, but I want to give you the floor so that you can talk to our listeners and explain to them exactly what a vaginal steam is, what the good things about it, the pros and the cons, if there are any cons, which I don't really see any, but just in case, what it's good for, and just, you know, let's just talk about it and help them to know that this is something that is actually good for them. And of course, as I told you before, for women who are perimenopausal and menopausal, because as I've learned through you and through others, that it is also good for women who are premenopausal and postmenopausal. So I will give you the floor and we will go from there. Go ahead.
Well, hello everyone, and thank you for joining. And it's a pleasure, doing this with you, Nicole. And I would just like to say thank you again for giving me the platform.
Absolutely.
Yes, my name is Tanisha, and I provide the service of yoni steams. The question: what is a yoni steam? It is when you steam your vagina. Basically, you sit on a throne when you come to steam. It got you covered, and you sit on the throne, and inside that throne there's a pot with herbs, and these herbs are steaming and boiling. Of course, you do not sit on it as it's like at its highest intensity. It cools down.
Of course not. Let's not
Of
let's
course
not
not. We're
kill the
not cooking
vajayjay.
here. We're not cooking. We're steaming. But it cools down, and I have you sit on it uh, until you let me know what is your comfortability. If it's too hot, you get up. We get some air flowing, and then you get back on, and you sit there for between 35 to 45 minutes. And the reason is that you're going to help increase your blood circulation. This assists with vaginal dryness that you may experience during menopause. It decreases cramping that may occur. Excuse me, that may occur. Prior your cycle. You cannot do this process with your on when you're on your cycle. Uh, it minimizes vaginal odor, and it helps you just feel fresh and relaxed. It can assist with treatment of fibroids. I've had a couple of clients tell me that their fibroids have decreased in size. A lot of women tell me that their cramping is definitely at a minimum. Some people, suffer from more severe cramping than others during this time. And they're telling me, it helps. And that's all because that blood is flowing and it's getting it going. This is something new that may be new to us, but this practice has been around for many years in many cultures. It's also very good after you have given birth. A lot of people say 6 weeks. Here, it got you covered. I make you wait 8, just because I like that extra 2 weeks of safety. I call it my safety net, and
Right.
it helps the uterus contract back, and everything else. It's a cleansing and everything, and it's really a relaxing. I call it girl talk time. Actually, like sometime I suggest that you sometime may bring a friend, and you
Mm-hmm.
sit and you relax, because these are things as women, and especially in our generation, it wasn't talked about. You know,
Right.
A lot of women suffered from different things, from different ailments that has to do with our reproductive system, and we just suffered in silence. So this
Right.
is a platform, and I this is our safe place to talk about whatever we want to talk about, be it the reproductive system, the fibroids, whatever you feel need to talk about. And it may not even be anything that you want to talk about with the body. It just may be things that you want to clear your mind on, and that's what I provide this space for.
Right.
It's
Right.
now, we do have some cons. It's not suggested if you have an IUD because it can shift your IUD.
Right.
If you have a yeast infection, after your infection is cleared up, that's when I suggest you do it. Open sores, of course not. And if you're on hormone replacement therapy, it's not suggested for you.
Right. Right.
Right.
Okay. Um, so with the vaginal cleanser, like
Mhm.
you said, that you there were two types, right?
Yes,
One is a cleanser or cleaning, and the other one is
it's
what?
healing. It's healing. So
Uh
with my cleansing, it's your basic herb. It's my basic herb.
uh
With the cleansing, it's a little more to get you a little more of a steam. When you come your very first steam, I always do a cleansing, and then you tell me how your body reacted from there. And if
uh
you have some, maybe sometime we may have an odor that we just can't get rid of, or you may be a little unbalanced, then that's when I suggest the cleansing.
right. And then with that, it's also, making sure that the client is hydrated, that
Yes.
they're drinking enough water. What How does that work? How does that fit in?
Well,
What's the
I usually
dynamic of
provide
that?
you with water there.
Mhm.
Um, I'm getting into the teas now, but usually you have water. I suggest you drink an 8-ounce bottle before you come. Sometimes
Mhm.
it's not a necessity, but you're going to sweat, because it's warm.
Right.
So, and if you're experiencing those flashes, you want to stay hydrated at all times.
Right. So it's
So,
like a sauna for your vagina.
exactly, or a
I
facial for your
got it.
vagina. You got it.
I got it. It's a sauna for your vagina.
Right now.
Hey. All right now.
Yes, yes. So you want to stay hydrated. And some other days I will have, like when I run my specials, I have
Mhm.
mimosas or sangria, something very light, but still provide you with that water. And
Right.
you'll have like little finger foods. And that's when I said, like, you make it comfortable for yourself, and I make it comfortable for you to sit
Right.
and open up and talk about things that me may not have talked about prior.
Right, right. Because
Yes.
it's also learning the woman that is coming, because this is a very intimate setting where, we're talking about private parts being exposed.
Yes.
So, and it,
Well, you're
the
not
bottom
totally
half.
exposed. You have
Right.
your gown on.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
what I mean is your bottom part, your bottom
Yes.
is
It's
exposed to the steam, not to everyone else in the room, but it's definitely
exact.
exposed to the steam, so that
Definitely.
cleansing can happen.
Yes.
And now, what does the cleansing look like once they are done? In the essence of, what do you tell them what to expect when they go home? Like, what
You
should
can
they
ex-
look like?
you can expect a little discharge. It
Uh
should not
huh.
be much. It should be just a little discharge. Uh, you can expect that's actually it.
Oh,
A
okay.
relaxing sleep. I can tell you that
Uh
it's
huh.
the best sleep ever that you will get, other than getting a massage. It's just a
Mm,
relaxing feel, like your body has just released the toxins and the energy, and you really relax. You really
okay.
relax.
Okay. And the teas or the mixture is safe for women who, um, I guess my next question would be, the teas and stuff are safe for women even who are cancer. Can they be cancer patients? Well, because I know you said hormone replacement, but what about like cancer patients? Are they able to take this? Like, let's say if they're going through breast cancer, or obviously not uterine cancer, but if
Right.
they're going through any kind of cancers, is this a con for them, or will this be okay for them?
I always say in that case, I will let you know what my herbs consist of, and then you run
Right.
it by your doctor,
Oh,
because
okay.
you would never want to mix. Usually with cancers, we may think chemotherapy and different type of treatments. You never
Right.
want them to coincide. You never want them to clash. So I would, in that case, you would have to just, let me know prior to coming, and then I
Right.
would get you. I would give you a listing of what my herbs and stuff consist of, and then you
Right.
let the doctor know.
Right. And
But
then
everything is
for
basically natural. I
okay.
can't.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then with blood circulation, sorry to cut you off, but I was thinking, blood circulation. In one of the conversations we had, you said that for women, when I was asking for women who are either perimenopause or menopause, a lot of times we struggle. Some people never, it's nothing is ever all, but there are some who struggle with vaginal dryness. And you said that with this yoni system or the vaginal steam system, it helps also with the vaginal dryness because it brings back the blood circulation. It
Yes.
definitely would bring back the wetness, because that's one of the things your clients have said. It gives them their like moisture or wetness to their vaginas.
Yes, yes, definitely. I've had many of my clients go, "Hey, like, my husband was pleased, or my significant other was pleased." Like, they feel a little difference. It's a little, and it really does. It really does.
Okay.
And I also can speak from experience. I do it myself once a month, like I told you before, and you
Right.
do experience a little more. It's a little better there.
Okay, so it almost like makes it plump again, so
Okay.
that
Yes. Yes.
right, so that intercourse cannot be so difficult, because a lot of times with menopausal women who do struggle with vaginal dryness, intercourse then becomes quite painful, and they
Painful.
are looking for different types of ways to help them, whether it's lubes or gels or whatever, in order to make their intimacy as pleasurable as it used to be before menopause.
Yes.
Okay, I mean, that's good. So then I know I had one more question.
Sure.
So you said you do a ladies group. So how many ladies can you actually can be entertained or, set up while doing this procedure? And I'm quite sure the ladies, if you don't know, and I'll just say this, you want to bring your closest friends. You're not trying to bring your coworker. So
Exactly.
let's just put that out there just in case. So you
Right.
want to bring your closest friends who may know what you're going through, or maybe that what they're going through, and bring that into that intimate setting, so that they too can get the help needed for them.
Right. I have two chairs at the moment.
Uh-huh.
And so I would suggest, I usually do two at a time, but if it's, say if you have four or three of you guys, I would work it out. Whereas, you come, and while we're all sitting and talking, the other young lady can just sit and revive. You make
Right.
it a time, but I don't usually do more than four together, because if
Okay.
you do two and two, that's fine, but you don't want a whole line of people waiting.
Right.
You want to
Right.
make
And
it
then
intimate, right?
exactly. Most definitely. And there's also pamphlets and things that they can read while waiting.
Yes.
Um, yeah, okay, good. And then the days that you kind of do this on are
I operate now, right now, only on Saturdays.
so on
But
Saturdays. So they can book you through IG.
yes, at
Okay.
Instagram, I'm on Instagram at got you covered underscore. That's GOTYOUCOVERED underscore.
Okay, perfect.
Or you can reach out to me via my Gmail, and that's
Hmm.
got you covered, GOTYOUCOVERED 225 at gmail.com.
Okay, that is very good. Um I wanted to I know I had one more. Oh, and you did it, the steam is for how long again?
I don't, I between 35 and 45 minutes.
Okay, 35 to 45 minutes.
And then
Okay.
I'll allow you to sit there at the comfort level, like where it's cooling down, for no more than like 5 or 10 minutes. Because sometimes you're just so comfortable you don't want to get up.
Right, right, right. And once they get up, they don't need to cleanse or anything. They can just, you know, I mean, I guess wipe or maybe,
Yes,
you
I
know,
provide you all the feminine wipes you need, and I have like this ones for sensitive, the non perfume. Everything is right there for you.
right. And they can just go about their regular day. So,
Yes,
okay. So your
and
hours
drink
begin.
that water, ladies.
And drink that water. Yeah. I mean, it's amazing how much people don't drink water. I mean, and that's pretty much all I drink. I don't really, sodas and me, you know, unless I have a pizza, that's the only way I drink soda, but that's a whole nother subject. But, but, what was I going to say? Oh, so the cleansing, once the cleansing is done, they can go about their day, right?
Yes,
Or
you
is
can
it
go about
something
your day.
that right. Okay.
Yes,
Okay. All right. And then when they get home, it's just the same regular. You can take a shower and
yes.
do whatever
No,
you need to do.
nothing changes. Yes, but believe me,
Okay.
you're gonna want to take a nice hot shower and lay down and get that good old sleep.
Right. I mean, and this is definitely a part of self care because
Definitely.
being able to take care of even your private parts, you know, people, I am, it's always amazing how as women, we even neglect our private parts. Oh, I know. I remember what I needed to ask. So one of the questions I think I had asked before was, do they need to have a when I say clean vagina, let's make it very clear. I don't mean that you should wash. I mean, you should wash. You should wash every day, ladies. However, what I mean is, like, does it require you to be waxed down there, or can you come all natural the way you were born, or not
You can
born?
come however you like, however you
Okay, all
prefer.
right,
But
perfect,
on the
perfect.
waxing, I also provide the service of waxing
Okay,
if
good.
you're
So,
interested. So that can always be done. You can wax in yoni steam if you
okay,
like, or you can, wax one day and yoni steam the next, whichever, however you
right,
prefer. But
right,
it
right,
doesn't
right.
require, no, it's no special requirement. It gets steamed regardless.
Right. Okay, good. And then you wear comfortable clothes, and I
Yes,
just want to give it all to them because, you know, it's amazing how as women we come with such preconceived
notion.
notions, and we don't ask questions. So I'm definitely the why girl. I love to ask questions. I love to have an understanding so that when I go into something, I have an understanding of what to expect, you know, and then I move on from there. But
Right.
I thank you so much for just taking this time just to give me your time and explain to me what yoni steam is all about, or, you know, vaginal steam is all about, because for me, like, even in a culture of Latin and West Indian culture, I don't think I've ever heard of it. So can you give us just a little background of where it actually started, or how where it came about?
Um, a lot of many places in Africa, South America, they
Mm-hmm.
practice this, and it's been practicing for years.
Mm.
Because a lot of times, way back when, before, I won't say before, but a lot of people were doing home births.
Right, that's true.
They were doing home births. So to help you get back into your womanly body and get your body back in order, this helps the healing process after birth. But
Right,
then it also helped with the cramps and different things to that nature. They noticed that the steam helps the body
mm.
and it tightens up. It's just like when you get the facials and you go sit in the sauna, it tightens the skin. It tightens everything back. So
Right.
it
So
helps.
this
It
is
helps.
right. This is like a vaginal restoration.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Right, or facelift for for your vagina.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
you know, because you know, we do have those things that people go into medically, you know, recreate their vaginas again and bring them back to being 16, which I don't know why I would do that. That's, you know,
right,
to me personally, mine is gonna stay, you know, however it stays, but it's gonna stay that way. I don't
right.
want a 16-year-old vagina. However, yeah, listen, this podcast is explicit today. It's not for your 15 and under. These are for 18-year-olds and older who, oh, and is there an age frame? You know, do you have an age limit? So is it from 18 to whatever, or is
I
it
suggest 18. I haven't done anyone younger actually than 20. So,
Okay.
so yeah, but
Okay.
it's what everyone's preference. I
Right.
don't I don't aim toward teenagers too much.
Right. Exactly. Right.
Right? Their hormones are already all over the place.
Right. And I
So
couldn't see them needing this, to be quite
yeah, I don't think
honest.
they should need this right now in life.
If I was to have be a yoni, like a yogi for yoni, that rhymes, forgive me, but I would be like, why are we doing this? You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
So, okay, that's
Only
good.
way I would maybe give in and do it is if some young girls suffer from really bad cramping.
Right. Okay.
Other than that, they shouldn't really have too many issues at this point. But hey, everyone's different, and this world we live in is very different. So I would really have to sit and have a conversation with the person.
Right. You'd have to have a conversation with the parents, and they would have to sign off on that.
Definitely.
Okay. All right. Great. Well, I definitely thank you for doing. Oh, wait. You said after childbirth, it's 2 months, right? So you would want them to wait for 2 months
Yeah. I
after
said eight
childbirth.
weeks.
Oh,
Yes.
8 weeks. Okay.
Yeah,
All
that's
right. Perfect. So, all right. So good. So I really, really, really thank you for doing this again with me.
mm,
Um, I just thank you again. So this is I thank you guys and all my listeners. If I seem a little disheveled today, it's just one of those days. I apologize. However, we have just finished talking with Mrs. Tanesha Rhoe-Jones of Got You Covered. Tanesha, if you wouldn't mind just giving them all your info once again, you can definitely find her in IG and she will let you know all her information. You can go ahead and take the floor, my love.
on Instagram, you can find me at got you covered underscore. That's GOTYOUCOVERED underscore. Or you can contact me via Gmail. Got you covered. GOTYOUCOVERED 225 at gmail.com. And I would like to say thank you so much. Thank you to everyone listening. Thank you. Please come and experience this wonderful, relaxing yoni steam experience. You will not be unpleased. You will be very pleased. And it's a wonderful experience. Even if it's something you just try once, just treat yourself. Because we as women, we don't treat ourselves as much as we should. So
Very
treat
true.
ourselves. And I want to thank you, Nicole, for giving me this platform and giving me the opportunity to share my business and my passion for
Yeah,
women's
no,
health.
absolutely.
I
I
just
believe
thank you
it.
so much.
Absolutely. Well, here we are at the end of our show today, guys. Thank you again for listening to Black Girl Joy. Once again, my name is Nicole Celine. I am your host. And as always, I marvel on wanting to help women and do what I can my on my little part just to help women to know that self-care is so important and to go out there and take care of yourself. Thank you again. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Peace and blessings.
Bye bye.
Today we listened to Miss Tanesha Rhoe-Jones of Got You Covered, and it was in a really great time for me to interview her to have a better understanding of what a yoni steam bath or a vaginal steam bath is. I want to say to the men out there also who have awesome women and they love them, this too is something to help with to help basically, you and your partner. So this is not only for the women. If these are men that are listening, I want you to know that, especially with if your significant other is struggling with vaginal dryness and it's making it hard or challenging for you guys to be intimate, this is another way of trying something else that just may bring intimacy into your bedroom. Because as Miss Rhoe was explaining, it also helps with the wetness. And a lot of times after, during postmenopausal, you no longer get a menstruation. You're no longer those blood vessels aren't flowing like they used to. Your pH balance is off. All these things occur with us as women. And so I just want to also just say to the men, please, 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 encourage your wives to seek other things. Go with them to the doctor. Help them in their self-care. A lot of times, just as men are nervous to go to the doctor, so are women. So I'm doing this not to exclude you as men, because I think that you play a very pivotal role and an important role in your significant other's lives. And I want you to also be able to encourage her as she needs to, because a lot of times also as women, we feel less than because we're no longer performing at our best, or we're performing and we're doing everything else and our minds aren't focused on taking care of self. So to all the men out there, I thank you. I appreciate you. I know that you guys we have some great men out here, and I just thank you and appreciate the love that you have for your partner. And I hope that this blesses both of you and it opens a platform for discussion for the two of you. God bless you. Have a great day. So as I continue to search and ask questions, I decided to do some history research on women and their journey through perimenopause and menopause. And I found many things that I will share along the way as we venture in to the journey of perimenopause, menopause, and the journey called life in women. Because I have many women who are beautiful and wonderful and full of life. And that is why I chose to call my podcast Black Girl Joy. Because we are joyful, we are thankful, and we are fearfully and wonderfully made in Christ. So I pray that these messages, which you will hear every 2 weeks from different women in different stages of their lives, I pray that it will be a blessing unto you and help you as you too also walk along this journey. Thank you so much for listening. And if you or anyone else would like to share your journey with me, I will ask that you please send me a direct message to blackgirljoyllc@gmail.com. Thank you and have a blessed and wonderful day. Thank you again for taking the time to listen to Black Girl Joy. Please remember to like and share our podcast, and also find us on Facebook at Black Girl Joy LLC. Have a wonderful and joyous day.